Okay, same hands, different auction. It was one spade, pass, pass, two hearts. Some of you may want to bid two spades, but remember your partner doesn't have two tricks. Let's say it goes pass, and this time they do come in at two spades. No bid here, and north, no bid. It's going to pass out at two spades. So leading the ace of hearts from the north hand, and obviously may not have a accompanying king, or a partner might have come in with a bid, so we're playing low for an attitude for what we want, meaning we want a low ranking suit. They come in with a low club to our ace. Okay, we go ahead and oblige by playing the queen of hearts. They ruff it. Another club to our queen. Rinse, wash, repeat again, and lather, and we come back with another heart. They win it in the west, but it's ruffed again. So the king of clubs, and they fell 3-3 as we recall, and that's about it. So north-south, you've got 6 tricks. East-west, 7. Seems like it was a better auction here. This time, though, east-west, you went down one because of the shortage in the hearts. Just a bad break for you all, I suppose. So I think that the opening bid of one spade, we're going to take a look at that next, see if we can do something a little bit better. Okay, so what I've been envisioning here for the west hand is opening 2 no trump. Now I've mentioned that opening 1 no trump when you have ace, king, queen 5 times in the spade suits I don't feel so comfortable with. Why 2 no trump when you've got 20 points? Well, because if your partner has 5, you've got yourself a game most of the time. So if you bid 1 spade, they are going to pass. The auction just might pass out. Now, I don't think it's strong enough for 2 clubs, that's for sure. You want to have 22 points or 4.5 quick tricks, and we have 2 quick tricks here in spades, 1 in diamonds, another half there, and I suppose the king of hearts, but you're not going to get that many repeated finesses from your partner. You may get the benefit of 1 on the opening lead, but I don't think it's enough for 2 clubs. So 2 no trump, I believe, is the opening bid, and if you do, it's going to pass out. They're not going to come in at the 3 level, so let's see how we do in 2 no trump. Well, that makes it a little bit harder for north, isn't it? They're not looking for a ruff anymore now, so they lead a 4 of clubs, 4th best. We go up with the ace. We play our present count coming back. So with queen doubleton, we play the queen and then a low. And besides, our partner played a low. They should have an honor, bottom of something. They led low. They led the bottom. They should have something. Hopefully it's better than a jack. We don't like to lead away from jacks. So we play the queen, and then we come in with a 3rd to the 2, won by the king, and it does promote, so we're starting off very good on the defense. We've got our first 4 tricks. Okay, you could go ahead and cash out the ace of hearts, I suppose, but you'd rather that catches a king, wouldn't you? So I suppose playing the top of nothing in diamonds to the 7 to the 8, because you can see that you've got the 9 and the jack. Tennis is covering there. Won by the ace, and at this point they take the queen of diamonds, play a low spade to the jack. That's great that they had it. The king of diamonds, we pitch a heart, and we can see we can go ahead and start playing the rest of the tricks, run our spades, and we didn't score the king because north was smart, didn't play it there. So, but you've got your 8 tricks, didn't you? You made your 2 no trump contract, where, as it turned out, because of a rough situation, your 2 spades didn't make this time. Another day, things might work out more favorably. But here again, if your partner has 5, you might have a chance for 3 no trump or 4 spades, something along those lines. So, something to consider. 1 no trump, I don't like opening 1 no trump with 3 toppers in a major. 2 no trump works for me. Your mileage may vary. Okay, next hand. All right, on our 8th hand, west as always is the dealer, and pretty much the same hand, except we bumped up from the jack of clubs to the queen of clubs, so we're up to 21 points. Thank you very much. We don't have any more quick tricks, though. We have 2 in spades, another 1.5 in diamonds, 3.5, and a half in hearts, 4, almost enough for 2 clubs. Some of you, I think, will want to do 2 clubs with the ace, king, queen 5 times. Not quite my style. Some of you are going to want to open one spade. Others, as we saw, will open two no trump with some pretty good results oftentimes. And if a partner has 5, that's the benefit there, as we discussed. But let's say it's one spade by this west, a pass, and over to south. Okay, now let's think about our suit quality and the rest here. Normally our hands get better as we go through these lessons, but this time the harder ones are at the end with the weaker hands. Okay, so we have ace, jack 3 times in clubs. There's 5. Queen, jack 5 times in hearts. There's another 3, maybe 1 for distribution. Not the best suit, but queen, jack is kind of quackerish, isn't it? So queens and jacks. So maybe 1 distribution, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. Jack 8, 7, 4, maybe 10, and a singleton in the spade suit. We don't borrow a king when we're at the 2 level, though. Maybe a queen, 2 or 1 points, I'm not sure. If you gave me a 10 of diamonds or a 10 of hearts, I would be encouraged to bid. Otherwise, this 9-pointer, high card points, is not that sparkly, is it? Anyway, this south wants to go 2 hearts, and for some reason, the auction passes out. We certainly think they should be in 2 spades in the pass-out seat over here, them being able to borrow a couple points and bidding 2 spades. Oh well. So 2 hearts it is, and the opening lead would be the ace of spades, of course. And encourage an 8 is played. They play the king. We rough in. We play a heart up to our ace. The king of clubs, there's not a lot we can do here, is there? So we play a club up to the jack, hoping for a finesse. It doesn't work. They come back with a spade. They rough in. We then play a jack of hearts to the king. They've overroughed us. Queen, we take our last heart, and we've lost control of the heart suits, haven't we? And it looks like we may not take any other tricks. We play the ace of clubs. Oh, great. They fell 3-3, and that's about it. They take the queen of diamonds, the spade, the heart, and the top diamond. So we've got 6 tricks down to. Vulnerable, that wouldn't be quite so good, down for 200. Even worse if they double this, would bring us up to 500. So I don't think this was the kind of hand that is all that strong, even though our partner gave us 7 points. True, it wasn't a fit, but you see the problem when we have less than 10 points here. Don't be so quick to borrow a king unless you have shape and some intermediates. Remember, we had the 10s and the 9s and things working before? This time, not so much as you saw. Okay, 2 different variations of the auction. Let's try it. Okay, so this time we're going to have south be a little bit more mild-mannered. So the auction restarted with 1 spade. 2 no trump, probably better. Pass, pass, and south passes. So it's 1 spade played by the west hand. Okay, play that ace of hearts, and they come back with a low suit. We play the ace. We come back with the heart. They let our partner rough in the north hand. And they come back with a king of clubs. 3rd club is won by the queen over in the west hand. They're in. They take the ace of spades, a low to the jack, to the queen, drops the king, 10. Then we play our king, our ace of diamonds. Queen, of course, is good. The king of hearts, we can't even use the king of diamonds there. And we win the 4 of spades over in west to make 9 tricks. So, almost had a game, didn't we? Well, sure, we had 21 points. We had half the tricks in our hand. And with our partner's king of diamonds, very nice. And that jack of spades was a big card with our ace, king, queen. Okay, one more auction. You know where we're going now? Stay tuned. Okay, on our final hand, same card. So let's take a look and see what we do this time. That was a 1 spade by west, arguably should be 2 no trump. And a pass, let's say it's 2 hearts. I don't know if we go 2 spades. Let's say pass, and for some reason North wants to come in the auction and bid 2 no trump. It was supposed to be a good ending, but this is a horror story. Why they would want to do that, I don't know. Yes, you have 7 points, but just thinking that your partner has an opening hand of 13, they might borrow a little bit from you. Not a king, please. But you need how many points to make a 2 no trump contract? Well, if you need 7 tricks to make a 1 no trump contract, it's got to be a little bit more than half the deck, doesn't it? 2021. So you need 23 or good 22 with some running suits to make a 2 no trump contract. So no, I don't think so. I don't think 2 no trump at all. We're going to see how this turns out and what could be done. Okay, so 2 no trump, and I hope the opponents would double. Well, I wouldn't hope from the declarer's perspective, but from the opponent's perspective, over here with 20 points, don't let them do it unless you think they've got a running suit. And I don't see with your minors, if you think that's where they're going, I don't think they've got a running suit there. So you've got about 5 tricks in your hand right there. So any rate, okay, 2 no trump, doubled or not in the north hand. Interesting. So okay. So your partner called for a spade. You'll lead low from 3. And it's won by the queen. Playing the 9 here from the north hand. I like that from the closed hand. At least if your bidding isn't so good, maybe you can do a little false carding there. They play the ace, and an 8 is played. Now we come back with a 2. They caught us. Okay, so it looks like it was from 3. So yeah, if you play a king, then if your partner, you know your partner's got something higher. And what's up this with the 9 before? So I think we'll go low and hope that partner does have the jack from 3. It's not a doubleton, or they wouldn't have gone low high, right? Count signals are important. So a low to the partner's jack, and come back in a diamond to the queen. Okay, and it holds. That means we can play the king of spades and another spade. All right, things aren't looking so good. East-west, you've already got 6. They're down 1. The ace of diamonds is played. Boy, you'd like to get back to that king if you could. A low heart, they win the ace. And they play a club up to the ace. A queen of hearts, but no, we win with the king over in the west. Another heart to the jack in the south. They play the jack of clubs. We cover with the queen. They win with the king. However, they have to come back with the club to our 10. So north-south. You made 4 tricks and you said you were going to make 9. You're down 5. If that was doubled and vulnerable, what is that? 2, 5, 8, 11, 1400? Yikes. Even if it was vulnerable and not double, that's 500. So no, you don't really want to do that type of bidding up in the north hand, obviously. And you know what that means, right? When you only get 4 tricks, you're down 5. That means the other side can make 9 tricks. Can you see them? 5 in spades, 3 in diamonds, and ultimately you're going to get a club based upon this club configuration, or you're going to get a heart as long as you don't go up with the king the first time. So you could make 3 no trump based upon the lie of the cards here. Interesting, yes? Okay, lesson learned. Have to have 22, 23 points to make a 2 no trump contract. When your partner has borrowed, and I think you borrowed too much from the south, you should have just passed out. Be careful in the north hand. Well, okay, after 11 grueling hands, I think we've covered a lot of permutations on what can happen in the pass-out seat, bidding in 2 of a lower ranking suit at the 2 level. So we got to be a little bit careful there. We can't borrow a full king because, well, we're up a 1 level higher, and our partner may go wayward and bid another suit, no trump or something. Remember, we need 22 or 23 points to make a 2 no trump contract, sometimes a little bit more if things get really bad. But normally that's about the number we want to make a 2 no trump contract. So we don't have a fit. Bear that in mind. So don't do like that last hand where you're opening with kind of a funky 9-point hand and coming in at the 2 level. Different when it's a straight overcall or when it's a lower ranking suit. Okay, what's some other things? We took a look at the suit quality, and when we start counting losing trick count, we normally like to have 9 when we open to do a self-sustaining suit, to start immediately counting losing trick count where we don't have a partnership fit. In those situations, though, where we do have in the pass-out seat a good 8, especially with those intermediate values, big part of the lesson today, take a look at those 10s and 9s and 8s. Those can be very important, whether we're promoting a suit or if we are playing it in a trump contract in that suit. So when you've got something like Queen Jack 5 times, no, that's not quite so good. Also, we took a look at the situation when we opened to no trump with 20 points, even though we had a 5-card suit, Ace, King, Queen, 5 times. Seems like a reasonable approach. Our partner may have a 5-pointer, in which case might make game. Sometimes even with a 4-pointer, an ace can sometimes be enough to do it. But if your partner's got an ace jack, oftentimes things are looking pretty good to make that 3-no or 4 of a major suit contract. Although that said, when it happens to be Ace, King, Queen 5 times and only 15 points, I would prefer there to open 1 spade, and then partner won't have to worry if they're going to bid 1 no trump or 2 of a level or 2 spades. We can take a look at our losing trick count accordingly. You may have different feelings on this, but just something to consider. Try it, take a look and see how they work out for you, and let's get back together and chat about it some more. Okay, so in terms of the defense, we saw opportunities to use some suit preference signals, always good to know, as well as the count signals. So when we do a lead of partner suit, we lead a count signal, high-low from doubleton, low from 3, and in some cases we saw where there were suit preference leads where we lead low, and then we get a chance to get a ruff or give a ruff to our partner. Those are a little bit more advanced. I hope you're starting to pick up on some of those, and your partner does too. Good way to develop extra tricks. So as always, thanks for your support and coming by Bridgehens. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll do a little bit more on balancing seat bids. We're starting to reach the conclusion and ready to go into some new lessons, but that's been our theme, and we're kind of getting towards the last couple scenarios here. Be able to do a little bit quicker because this one was tough. So happy bridge trails to you, and we'll see you again soon. Bye now.